Happy Monday, April 1st, everyone. My name is Hunter here with Weather on the Go, and in today's weather forecast, we have a dangerous, significant, severe weather outbreak that is expected today and on Tuesday, on April 2nd. We'll dive into those details here in a moment, and a significant snowstorm in the offing for later this week, and we're looking at the long-range forecast through the middle of April and what you can expect in today's weather forecast. If you are new to this channel and like detailed, accurate weather forecasts, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below, especially because severe weather season is underway. We will keep you covered. And also be sure to press the like button down below. It's the thumbs up button to help keep everybody safe and getting everybody known about the severe weather. It helps out more than you know. So let's look here at our severe weather threat and outbreak for today. You have an enhanced risk of severe weather, very large enhanced risk from North Texas all the way up here into eastern Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, southeastern Kansas, Missouri, into southern Illinois, with a slight risk here in the yellow from south central Texas all the way up here through the Ohio River Valley, through Indiana, southern Ohio, northern Kentucky, and West Virginia. And let's look at the hazards in which these storms could produce. The initial storms will be capable of producing very large hail. We're talking hailstones over 2 inches in diameter here from south central Illinois through Missouri into southeastern Kansas, into Oklahoma and western Arkansas, all the way down through northern and eastern portions of Texas. And also those initial supercells will be capable of producing strong to violent tornadoes across portions of southwestern Missouri, southeastern Kansas, northeastern Oklahoma, into northwest Arkansas there. But a tornado threat extends all the way down into the Dallas-Fort Worth area and toward the Waco region, all the way up through Louisville into Cincinnati today and the Paducah region. So we need to keep an eye on this all across this area for tornadoes. And as these storms grow upscale into a dangerous squall line this evening and overnight, we will see those 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts become an issue, especially in these yellow and red shaded colors from the Ohio River Valley down into portions of the southern plains. Let's look here at the fuel for these thunderstorms. Your instability here today, in the yellows and oranges, we're hitting up to 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram here. So that's plenty of instability. We have a very potent 500 millibar mid-level jet streak right across the middle of the country here, especially into Oklahoma, into southeast Kansas and Missouri here. And that is coupled with a stronger low-level jet. Now, during the day, the low-level jet is a little bit more muted, but as we go deeper into the evening hours, look how strong the low-level jet gets here, up to around 50, 60 knots here across portions, especially of the Missouri region. So we definitely have to keep close tabs on this. And this is actually leading to significant tornado parameter values up to 14s, 15s today, up near the warm front there in the Missouri region, but also the dry line, the cold front down here across the southern plains as far south as the Dallas-Fort Worth area, seeing some higher values this afternoon and this evening. Let's talk about timing. This morning, we have some elevated showers and storms across the Hawkeye state of Iowa. That's north of the warm frontal boundary. So those, if they become severe, would likely be just large hail producers. But even up here into Iowa, I don't really expect much severe weather from this today. As we go into the afternoon, notice these widely scattered supercells developing, and notice they're not very close together. That is when the tornado threat will begin to come around. The very large hail threat will begin to come around here from western Illinois, down through Missouri, the Ozarks region, into southeast Kansas, and into central portions of Oklahoma near the dry line and surface cold front. As we go into the evening hours, very strong supercells will quickly grow upscale into a QLCS line, a squall line from western and southwestern Illinois through Missouri, northwest Arkansas, down into eastern Oklahoma, into north Texas. This will provide the threat for widespread 70-mile-per-hour wind gusts, very large hail, and some embedded tornadoes with any circulations on the leading edge of this squall line. And then as we go into early Tuesday morning, we're talking 2, 3, 4 a.m., we're talking about an MCS ongoing across portions of the Ohio River Valley. An MCS is a mesoscale convection convective system, producing widespread wind damage and potentially still hail and a couple of tornadoes, even well after midnight. As we go into Tuesday, the threat continues further east. We have an enhanced risk from Kentucky down into middle and eastern Tennessee, far northeastern Mississippi, and northern Alabama, with a slight risk surrounding that here. We definitely have another outbreak expected on Tuesday, a 10% area of tornadoes from central Kentucky down into middle Tennessee here near the Nashville region and up toward Lexington as we go into Tuesday. But the areas surrounding that, all the way up here into Ohio and southern Indiana, West Virginia, all the way as far south as North Georgia, central Alabama, and central portions of Mississippi, we need to be on guard for the potential for tornadoes. We have the wind damage threat in the red especially, and also the yellow shaded area, and especially the yellow shaded area for some very large hail again as we go into Tuesday. So another outbreak is expected on Tuesday. Here's the information you need to know about this. We have another 1,000 to 2,000 joules per kilogram of instability here from the Ohio River Valley south into the Tennessee Valley as we go into Tuesday. A very strong mid-level jet. The mid-level jet Tuesday will actually be a little bit stronger as that surface cyclone, the low pressure system, starts to develop a little bit more maturely on Tuesday, and the low-level shear, the low-level jet, will begin to get a little stronger there. That should say Tuesday across that area. So we're keeping an eye on our significant tornado parameter for Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday evening, hitting up to around 14s again, just like today, from Ohio and southern Indiana through Kentucky down into middle Tennessee, and definitely seeing a tornado threat again for your Tuesday time frame. So Tuesday morning, you're waking up for school, work, running any errands, make sure that you monitor the radar and the forecast. We definitely have widespread thunderstorms here across the Midwest. These will be a little bit more of potentially some heavy rain producers, some smaller hail producers. That's east of that area into the Ohio Valley, the Tennessee Valley. We have scattered supercells developing Tuesday morning. Tuesday afternoon, very volatile situation here. We have supercells growing upscale again, and as they do so, tornadoes and a couple strong tornadoes could be possible as we go into Tuesday afternoon. Tuesday evening, another squall line, QLCS line of storms pushes east. Widespread damaging winds, hail, and a few tornadoes will be expected as we go into Tuesday evening across portions of the mid-Atlantic states, back through the Ohio and Tennessee River Valley, and perhaps as far south as the Dixie Alley region as we go into Tuesday evening. And then going into Wednesday, we have a marginal risk of severe weather here from the Delmarva all the way down into eastern Virginia, into eastern portions of North Carolina, and north central Florida around the Orlando and Tampa region as we go into that time frame. A lower end threat for severe weather, but hail and winds will be the threat there on Wednesday. Also on Wednesday, this system really starts to mature. Notice the cold air advection coming in on the backside. This is going to turn into a snow event for the north and northeast as we go later on this week. So on Wednesday, cold air advection moving in on the northern northwest side of our surface cyclone that deepens to a 987 millibars. We'll have some wet snowflakes there for the western suburbs of Chicago and the northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, and Wisconsin. So Green Bay to Milwaukee along the lakefront could be seeing some moderate snow there on Wednesday, and then up into portions of southeastern Canada. It's all rain right now on Wednesday for portions of New England, but as we go into Thursday, the cold air advection will continue to pump down from the north into the south, from Canada into the U.S., and we'll start to see more heavy snow for Maine, for New Hampshire, and into portions of Vermont, upstate New York, and Massachusetts on Thursday, and that continues with precip as we go into Friday, April 5th. So definitely seeing a lot of rainfall and snowfall there. Looking at our total precipitation through Friday, April 5th, widespread heavy rain flash flooding threat is also a concern near the warm front up here into the Ohio River Valley, stretching east into the mid-Atlantic states. We also have to keep an eye on some of these totals are going to be approaching 3 inches, especially over here into West Virginia, into Pennsylvania and Maryland, and over here into New Jersey as we go through the end of the week. And looking at the snowfall prospects, yes, this is your national blend of models giving you a more conservative look. And when your conservative look looks like this, over a foot to even 2 feet of snow, you're talking talking some very heavy snow up here into upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and also northern portions of Massachusetts going through the end of the week. So another plowable snow event for this region going through that late week time frame. Now this weekend, we don't stop with the active weather. We have another trough moving in off the west coast into the center of the country, into the Great Plains again for the 6th and 7th of April. And then even early next week, that trough ejects up into Canada and a new trough develops out west, dives a little bit further south here into the Four Corners region and perhaps down into northern Mexico before ejecting across the lower Mississippi Valley between Monday, April 8th and Wednesday, April 10th. And looking at this on Saturday, here's our first trough, heavy snows out west into the Rockies, into the Cascades, the Sierras potentially getting in on that, especially on Saturday. And there's the surface cyclone, a new low pressure system into the Nebraska Panhandle as we go into Sunday. Cold air advection here and some snow on the backside across the Rockies. Cold front, severe weather potential across portions of the Great Plains, central and southern plains there from Kansas and down into Missouri, Oklahoma, western Arkansas, into North Texas again, watching for severe weather on Sunday the 7th. And then Monday the 8th, look at this. We got the low up here into South Dakota and a cold front, a little bit more diffuse as we go into Monday, but we could be seeing some showers and storms across the lower Mississippi Valley and just the Mississippi Valley in general. And looking at the cloud cover for your total solar eclipse here, this is over a probability of over 50% of cloud cover in the sky for Monday, April 8th for that event. You can see not looking at good odds here across the Mississippi Valley. You'll have to go up into Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, or upstate New York, or even into Massachusetts to get a little bit better of a look at the solar eclipse here for Monday. And then looking at Tuesday, we have another threat for severe weather again across the Great Plains. That will continue into Wednesday. If this comes to fruition here by Wednesday, April 10th, we could see another outbreak of severe weather and tornadoes across the lower Mississippi Valley and the southern plains, this time for Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, Louisiana, and perhaps Mississippi. By that time, we get to the second week of April. So looking at the rainfall prospects going through the next 10 days here through Wednesday, April 10th, very heavy rains across the Great Plains, the Mississippi Valley, and then up into the Ohio River Valley, stretching over into the Mid-Atlantic and the Northeast here. The Southeast getting some rain, but it looks like it's going to be a little bit more few and far between. And then looking at the snowfall prospects, there you go. Significant snow in the Northeast there, especially interior New England, southeastern Canada, the western Great Lakes region seeing some as well, but out west, the Rockies, the Cascades, the Sierras are going to continue to see very heavy snows through the next 10 days of April as we continue through this new year. So thank you guys so much for watching. Stay safe out there. Have multiple ways to receive watches and warnings over the next couple of days here, as it's going to be a very volatile situation. Strong, violent tornadoes, damaging winds that will be widespread, and very large hail will be a concern, and we'll keep you covered right here on this channel. Make sure to subscribe to the channel down below if you're new and you like accurate forecasts. We'll keep them coming throughout the year. Make sure to press the like button, the thumbs up button down below, and also definitely appreciate that, and have a great rest of your Monday out there.